Oh, thank you, everyone, for gosh, John Harry. Appreciate that. Appreciate you being in this one too. Okay, I'm just gonna read for 20 minutes, I think. Definitely sleepy, definitely need to get some sleep. How's your day going? Yes, I remember you were saying you had some issues where you couldn't make any comments inside the chat, so you asked if you could be a mod. So you're a mod. Seems like that's been helping. Living in a prison box? Oh, that's a bummer. Huh. Oh, oh, because the snow, right? I will, Ryan. Just wanted to get 20 minutes of reading time in. Then I will be glad to. I know. it, there is so much. Like, I don't do noise very well. I do music fine, but when it comes to noise, and then I can only be as firm as I can be. I can't be rude to people's kids. That's not okay. So that just means I have to grin and bear and deal with the noise, even though it does definitely faze me. And then on top of that, I had to all of the project that the kids had to do was a lot of parts to it, and then I made the mistake of making my job harder with the earlier part of that. So I was like, oh right. So anyway, I'll get some sleep. I'll sleep and it'll be wonderful. But for now, let me get that timer. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It was like nonstop. Even the going to the recess and coming from the recess and going to the lunch was quieter, but it's like I went to close the door. Why is that license to suddenly have you running away and going, she's gone? Ah, it's like, okay, okay, can we not? Ooh, must we? Just must we? But anyway, it's all good. Worked out. It was all in all a good day. Just a lot. Those happen. All right, 20 minutes. I took my medicine, so that's good. I just ate, so I don't have to worry about forgetting to eat. So that's also good. Okay, in 20 minutes. Let's see. Eh? Okay, hold on. Oh, Jenna Ortega or Jenna Jackson? Oh, that's kind of easy. Let's see. Yeah, so at least I got that part done. So when I get done with this, I just have to. Huh? No, there was no music in this stream. The music was earlier for the last two streams, not this one. Even I need a break from music sometimes. Hi, James from San Antonio, Texas. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Okay, Reiner, Dina. Well, then, see, that's. You have the skills and the know how, and also the interest of doing things like that. So, yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry if I have green things in my teeth. I did eat a salad. It's probably green things in my teeth. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm supposed to read. That was too funny. Okay, then. Dixie Normus, it's hard to say. It's one of those we usually don't know what happens to start the fire until like a while after the fire is already contained. Right now, the thing is to just make sure they can try to get the fires contained, and that's the problem right now. Alexander and Juice Bolts. Yeah, we might have a different time. That's possible. Just so that, thank you. Okay, I'm going to start reading 20 minutes on clock, and then shortly after that, I'm going to close this reading down so I can get in my lovely PJs and get some sleep. Watching YouTube, as I do. Here we go. And no, I have a set thing that I watch to help me go to sleep. So, in case anyone's wondering if I should watch theirs, no, I need to sleep. All right, 20 minutes starting now. Multiple inheritance. In C++, having a single base class from which your class inherits is generally best. However, it is possible to inherit from multiple base classes, a process called multiple inheritance. One class may have some features that you want in a derived class, and another class may have other features you want in the same derived class. If that's the case, you can inherit from both through multiple inheritance. Remember, multiple inheritance is messy and difficult to pull off properly, but when you use it with care, you can make it work. The deriving to diff example shown in listing for -2 shows how to perform this task. Listing for -2. So bear in mind, especially those who are new to this, I'm not reading every single symbol. That takes too long. That is why I'm showing the code in case for those uninitiated to that part. This right here is called code. Yes, it does look like words on paper because it is. But when you put this inside a program that's a compiler and then run the compiler, well, compile it and then run the program, this makes things happen, assuming you didn't screw it up and you get errors. That happens too. But this shouldn't actually cause errors. But that's why you have to make sure that you hit all of the curly braces and the semicolons, because in C++, you're required to hit all of the curly braces and the semicolons. So that's why I don't talk about those, but I show them. So that part. And also these little guys, the greater than lesson. Yeah, that's the thing you need to do too when you're putting in, it's not a file, but anyway, the point is you're having to include that thing in there, include that thing. It's not a file, but it's like a library. I think it's a library. The point is there's all kinds of symbols in here that I don't have all the time ever to go over. So that's why I show it. Okay. Has to include IOStream using namespace standard, class, mom, and I also call things by what they mean, not necessarily what is on the page. So if you're at all interested in learning the coding, you should look at what I'm showing. Hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard, class mom, public, void brains, see out, I'm smart, inline, class add, public, void beauty, I'm beautiful, see out, I'm beautiful, inline, class derived, colon, public mom, comma, public dad, int main, int arg, c, comma, char, star arg v, straight brace set, derived child, child dot brains, child dot beauty, return 0. When you run this code, you see the following output. I'm smart, I'm beautiful. In the preceding code, the class-derived inheritance, in the preceding code, the class-derived inherited the functions of both classes mom and dad. Because it did, the compiler allowed us to call both functions for the instance child. Also notice how we caused that to happen. Class-derived, colon, public mom, comma, protected dad. What this means is that public members derived from dad are now protected in the class called derived. This means users cannot call the member functions inherited from dad, nor can they access any member variables inherited from dad. If you used this type of inheritance in listening for -2, this line would no longer be allowed. Child.beauty. If you try to compile it, you'll see the following error because the beauty member is protected now. Void dad : beauty is inaccessible. Oh, yeah, it's just, okay. So effectively they're saying that a derived class can come from two different classes. So for the example that they gave, they just called one mom and the other dad. But additionally, the idea of there being parentage or grandparentage is often is a theme that's utilized a lot in computer science. It's effectively a way to describe the relationship that a thing has to another, even in the sense of a tree, which is a data structure. Let's see. I technically put away my pen, but let me go find something. Okay, hold on. What about that? I think the tree is kind of the easiest way to understand relationship because a lot of people already understand the concept of the tree in the sense as it relates to their own family. Oh, so let's just run through that real quick. Yeah. Okay, so when you're talking in terms of that, this is what you would consider the root of the tree. And you would say that this is the parent, usually this is the child. Say that you had that child having two children. Now, this is the parent, these are children, that's the grandparent. That's pretty much how it goes. So if you consider each of these dots to be a class, this would be a situation, which is the typical inheritance, where this could be the main parent and that derives to that, which derives to that, which derives to that. But what they're saying is you could have also this thing called multiple inheritance, where you could have, here's the mom, here's the dad, and parts of the features come from the mom and parts of the features come to the dad. From the dad and they go to the child. So, but again, you just effectively, these nodes would be classes. So this class has some features that go into that class, and that class also has some features that go into that class. So that's what they're saying. Pretty much, Lineage, yeah. Okay, so what's my time? Okay, 11 minutes. Okay, so right, okay. Remember, when you're working with multiple inheritance, be careful that you understand what your function is doing. Although it may compile correctly, it still may not function correctly. That leads to the famous creepy crawling thing called a bug. Strange, bizarre, freaky things can happen with multiple inheritance. What if both base classes have a member variable called bagel? What happens if you derive a class from both of these classes? The answer is this. The compiler gets confused. Suppose you enhance the two base classes with a bagel effect. Hi, viral vids. Yeah, pretty much. But let's see which kind of errors. Because errors don't just happen. Usually errors happen because something got messed up. But like, I think I was reading, I don't know if it's the last night or the night before, but sometimes if you can have a long chain of mess ups and it can take a while to find the thing that actually messed up the thing. Or sometimes it's a series of mess ups and you have to keep fixing all of the mess ups until you finally get back to the level that you actually need to be on. It's a bit of a fun, so fun. It was. I just wasn't so much of a fan of the deadlines, but that's just something I gotta get used to. Class mom, public and bagel, void brains, see out, I'm smart, inline. Class dad, public and bagel, void beauty, see out, I'm beautiful, inline. Class derived, comma, public mom, public dad. In the preceding code, each of the two base classes, mom and dad, has a bagel member. The compiler will let you do this, but if you try to access the member as in the following code, yeah, you call it error, you get an error. Derived child.bagel equals 42. Here's the error message we see in code colon blocks. Error colon request for member bagel is ambiguous. Oh, that's pretty much where I live. At least it feels that way. Ambiguous. All right. Aha! We're being ambiguous. It means the compiler isn't sure which bagel we're referring to. The one inherited from mom or the one inherited from dad. If you write code like this, make sure you know which inherited member you're referring to. Now, this is going to look bizarre, but we promise that it's correct. Suppose we're referring to the bagel inherited from mom. Then we can put the name mom before the word bagel, separated by 2 colons. Oh, ambiguous. I mean, they really do mean ambiguous. They can't tell what it comes from. So the way they try to help with that is they say child dot mom colon bagel equals 42. Yes, that's really correct. Even though it seems a little strange, and if we want to refer to the one by dad, we do this. Child dot dad colon bagel equals 17. Semicolon. Both lines compile properly because we're removing any ambiguities. Remember, when you use multiple inheritance, remove any ambiguities by specifying the name of the base class. But don't worry if you forget, the compiler will give you an error message because it won't know which item you're referring to. Virtual inheritance. At times, you may see the word virtual thrown in when deriving a new class, as in the following. Yeah, pretty much. You have to, effectively, you have to specify which actual class the member you're trying to get is from. So in this case, you say, oh, I need the bagel that's part of mom. And this is, oh, for here, I need the bagel that's part of dad. Oh, right, I was doing a thing. Forgot. Class, diamond, colon, virtual, public, rock. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just, takes a while. to sink in, for me anyway, but it sunk in eventually. Okay, so this inclusion of virtual is to fix a strange problem that can arise when you use multiple inheritance. You can run into a crazy situation where you have a diamond-shaped inheritance, as in figure 4-1. Figure 4-1. Using diamond inheritance can be hard. Aha, good one. Okay, so in this case, melted mess points to jade, but also diamond. And jade points to rock, and diamond also points to rock. In figure 4-1, you can see the base class is rock. From that, we derive two classes. Oh, forgot that part. Okay, so what you gotta do is opposite. This is what the base class is. The children of rock is diamond, but also jade. And then melted mess is the child of diamond and jade. So, okay. In figure 4-1, you can see the base class is rock. From that we derive two classes, diamond and jade. So far so good. But then something strange happened. We used multiple inheritance to derive a class melted mess from diamond and jade. Yes, you can do this, but you have to be careful. Think about this. Suppose rock has a public member called weight. Then both diamond and jade inherit that member. Now when you derive melted mess and try to access its weight member, you get an ambiguously melted mess. The compiler claims that it doesn't know which weight you're referring to, the one inherited from diamond or the one inherited from jade. Now you know, and we know, that there should only be one instance of weight because it came from the single base class rock. But the compiler sees the situation differently and has trouble with it. To understand how to fix the problem, recognize what happens when you create an instance of a class derived from another class. Deep down inside the computer, the instance has a portion that is itself an instance of the base class. Now when you derive a class from multiple base classes, instances of the derived class have one portion for each base class. Thus, an instance of the melted mess has a portion that is a diamond and a portion that is a jade, as well as a portion for anything melted mess added that wasn't inherited. But remember, diamond is derived from rock. Therefore, diamond has a portion inside it that is a rock. Similarly, jade is derived from rock. That means jade has a portion inside it that is a rock. And melting all these thoughts together, if an instance of melted mess has both a diamond in it and a jade in it, and each of those in turn has a rock in it, then by the powers of logic vested in us, we declare that melted mess must have two rocks in it. And with each rock comes a separate weight instance. The cracking diamonds example shown in listing 4-3 demonstrates the problem. In this listing, we declare the classes rock, diamond, jade, and melted mess. Okay, I'm going to finish going through the listing. And then that's going to be it for tonight. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of rock going on. But here, this is code. I don't know if it's going to make it more confusing or less confusing, but we'll try. Listing 4-3, cracking up diamonds. Hash should include IO stream, using namespace standard, class rock, public int weight, class diamond, public rock, public, void, set diamond weight, int new weight, weight equals new weight, int get diamond weight, return weight, class jade, colon, public rock, public void, set jade weight, int new weight, weight equals new weight, int get jade weight, return weight, class melted mess, colon, public diamond, public jade, int main, int argc, comma char, start argv with a set of straight braces, melted mess, my mess dot set diamonds weight to 10, my mess dot set jet weight to 20, see out my mess dot get diamond weight, in line, see out my mess dot get jade weight, in line, return 0. There is one member called weight, and it's part of rock. In the diamond class, we included two accessor methods, one to set the value of weight and one to get it. We did the same thing in the jade class. We derived the class melted mess from both diamond and jade. We created an instance of it and called the four member functions that access the weight member. We derived the class melted mess from both diamond and jade. We created an instance of it and called the four member functions that access the weight member. First, we called the one for diamond, setting weight to 10. Then we called the one for jade, setting the weight to 20. In a perfect world, where each object only has one weight, this would have first set the weight to 10 and then to 20. When we print it, we should see 20 both times, but we don't. Here's the output. $10, $20. When we asked the diamond portion to cough up its weight, we saw 10. But when we asked the jade portion to do the same, we saw 20. They're different. Therefore, we have two different weight members. That's not a good thing. To fix it, add the word virtual when you inherit it. According to the ANSI standard, you put virtual in the two middle classes. In our case, that means diamond and jade. Thus, you need to modify the class headers in listing 4-3 in order for diamond and jade to look like this. Class diamond, virtual, public rock. Class jade, virtual, public rock. When you do that and then run the application, you find that you have only one instance of weight in the final class melted mess. It's not such a mess after all. Here's the output after we made the change. 20, 20. Yeah, now some weights. Because the rocks, weigh things. Fun examples, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, kind of fun. Well, again, I appreciate For Dummies books because they happen to not be so interested in just sounding very smart and actually interested in breaking things down to make things understandable. And so I like that the people who wrote this are actually trying to use like examples that make sense and can you easily get your mind around, sort of thing. Polymorphism with multiple inheritances. said that right, didn't I? But yeah, often a lot of the introductory part of computer science courses is to try to like they're trying to trigger in your mind's eye like stuff that you already know and um how it relates how these computer science things actually relate to things you know. You're not a dummy, not at all. I just personally I used to be really good at reading for like hours upon hours, but that has been a while. And now I need something to just keep me motivated to read, and I find that these books help with that. Hi, Olivia Fangirly. Tomorrow, um, if you're interested, I'll be doing breaks again. Saturday dance break, um, Sunday dance break. But if you have a not dancing related thing to say, then please go for it. But right now, I already did two dancing streams, and this is the third stream today, and I'm just finishing up this little guy right here, and then I'm getting offline so I can get some sleepy time. But yeah, with it being yes, very tired. So with it not as tired, that is not the kid though. But with it being a break, that means uh open genre just has to be content and language appropriate. So many Olivia Rodrigo fans when I do request windows that you could be requesting or anyone else you'd like. So something to look forward to tomorrow and or Sunday. Alrighty, Olivia Fangirly. Ooh. Oh, poly more than one. Yeah, that's true. Lean and swerve. All right, here, let me do that. Polymorphism, which with multiple inheritances, and then morph is being able to change. So effectively, you're able to take a thing and then use it as a different, like change it into a different thing. Anyway, continuing on. Molly. Hello. Polymorphism with multiple inheritances. If you have multiple inheritance, you can safely treat your object as any of the base classes. In the case of the diamond example, you can treat an instance of melted mess as a diamond instance or as a jade instance. For example, if you have a function that takes a parameter, for example, if you have a function that takes as a parameter a pointer to a diamond instance, you can safely pass a pointer to a melted mess instance. Casting also works. You can cast a melted mess instance to a diamond instance or to a jade instance. However, if you do, we suggest using the new style static underscore cast keyword rather than the old C style cast where you simply put the type name in parentheses before the variable you're casting. All right, Ryan. That is it for the reading time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some C++ All-In for Dummies. Not enough things to troll, I guess, compared to the dancing time. But that's fine, no worries. That's still a nice little read. Oh, okay, that's great, Lena. So I'm glad you enjoyed some reading time and some of the dancing time. Well, cool. I know I enjoy some learning. That's part of the reason I did computer science grad school, because if I have an opportunity to PhD in the future, that'd be great. But we'll see how that goes. Good night to you, Lean and Swerve, and good night, Reinhard Dina. Let's see. And good night, Olivia Fangirly, if you're still here. And good night, Brooke, if you're still here. And good night, Viral Viz, if you're still here. KRSTNT? What's going on now? Yeah, something happened. Firewood's Golden Life? Oh, I don't have such a thing. Right now, I'm just, I spent 10 years effectively trying to have a better life. I don't know what happened. Working on it. I mean, that was the goal. I'm so lost. Like, what happened? Well, there is a lot going on. Oh, art? That's fun. Oh, all right, Loon Swerve. Thanks for filling people in on what I was doing. That helps. Huh? G-Man? I don't know. I was just looking at previous... Oh, there's D. There's G-Man. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, you have a short... Oh, you got a short, Ryan? Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me get my computer. I don't know if it's going to cooperate, though. It doesn't like to turn on if I don't, what do you call it? Keep it plugged in. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm just going to have to make a couple of tweaks. BRB. Oh. Ay. All right. I'm going to look. Ryan or Dina. Okay. I've been getting a lot of that lately. I don't know what that's a strange trend to have. Did you want me to show your short or just look at your short? Huh? I'm so lost right now. Oh, okay. I want to sleep, but you're talking about shorts and I'm... Okay, you need to remind me about your short then. I'll be glad to sleep, but my memory is just like gone. So you're gonna have to remind me if you're interested in me looking at it. Cause, yeah. Alright. Fine, Ryan, you win. Between my need for sleep and my pills kicked in, I definitely I'm gonna go and do that then. Huh? Who? Me? Richard? Richard, I'm just gonna stick with Richard. Oh, I'm just yeah, this is fun. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a class I'm giving, it's just reading time. Fine, okay, fine. All right, friends. Good night to everyone who I missed saying good night to. And whoever might see this in the future. Whenever, wherever, whatever, however. Just... Oh, thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. Just make the most of it. That's the important part. All right. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.